Hi, it's Donnée Patrese, and I'm here to talk about On Santa's List, my book that has been released to the public today. Okay, and I'm going to talk specifically about the main character, the protagonist, Shannon Montgomery. So let's just go right into Shannon. So Shannon is very depressed and she is very miserable. And because of this, she has an affair. So she cheats on her husband. Yes, she cheats on her husband. But before all that happens, before she has this obsessive, crazy affair, for the most part, she's depressed and she's miserable and she has 4 kids and she has a husband who's never there. And he is also, when he's there, he is emotionally, physically, and verbally abusive to her. And that makes her miserable and depressed all year round. She is very unstable. And this has caused her to do some very unstable, irrational things. But as a married woman, she tries to hold it together. And as a mom, she definitely has to hold it together. So she tries her best to just be this normal, stable woman who takes care of her 4 children, gets them off to school, does everything they need her to do, and be everything that they need her to be, despite all of the chaos that is going on in her life. The highlight is she is miserable, and she has his family, her husband's family, is very mean and nasty to her. And therefore, she has to cope with them, and she doesn't really talk back to them. She doesn't be mean and nasty back. She just kind of hides all of her emotions when it comes down to all of the nastiness that is basically forced upon her. She basically just hides all of the meanness and all of the pain and the anguish that she feels. And she is, trying her best to not give in to those trigger warning, give in to those suicidal thoughts that she has, that she's had in the past and that she currently has. And so this is her in the moment, when she decides to cheat, when she decides to have an affair. And when she does, it's like those rain clouds, that pain, that anguish for the moment vanishes. It's that dopamine rush that you get, especially when you're somebody who is depressed, and you get that hit, that dopamine hit, and you feel really, really good. And of course, when you feel really, really good in that moment, you want more of it. So of course, this leads to an obsession. And it leads to an obsession, which leads to infatuation, which is a lot of times makes you feel like that you're in love. And that love can bring on more obsession. And this is where we find ourselves with Shannon in this amazing Christmas themed book. And a lot of things happen. A lot of things happen based off of her in this obsession, in this infatuation, with her husband, with her kids, with everything in between. And sometimes she knows it's her fault. Sometimes she doesn't know it's her fault. Sometimes it isn't her fault. Sometimes it is. And there's just so much swirling around. It's just a hurricane, tornado, tsunami, push altogether. And she just doesn't know where to turn. Like I was saying before, she has this, does a lot of irrational, unstable things, because she is human and she is caught up in this web of emotion that she doesn't know how to get out of. And there are people around her that aren't as stable as well. So they aren't making very good decisions in her inner circle either. So, and she really doesn't have much of an inner circle as well. Like, she doesn't have any friends. She doesn't have any family near her. All of her family lives very far away. The only people around her are her husband and his family, who I said before treat her pretty badly. So she doesn't have this village that she really needs. Somebody to like give her a swift kick in the butt and say, what you're doing is stupid. And so she continues on that road of stupidity. So yeah, it's like I said, she's a handful, and this character is not like any other character I've ever written. She came out of nowhere and wanted her story to be told. And I latched on to her and decided that her story was something that I wanted to tell. If she, by her being somebody who is depressed and miserable and gets caught up, I knew that it was something that I really, really wanted to dig deep into. Because this happens to a lot of people, and I think it can be relatable to a lot of people when you get so caught up in things and don't know head from tails and don't know how to get out of it. And that's where I wanted to take this story. So make sure you make that purchase. Make sure you go ahead and get On Santa's List on Amazon.com. You can get it in ebook format. You can get it in paperback. And you can, I think you're going to love it. The character of Shannon Montgomery is very human, very, very relatable. And she is very, very messed up. Yeah, so go ahead and buy On Santa's List on Amazon.com. I'm going to put the link in the comments so that you can go ahead and click and it'll take you right to the book. If you can't click or for some odd reason you're not able to do that, just search Donnée Patrese on Amazon.com and all of my books will show up, including On Santa's List. So make sure you go ahead and click on the link, and I will see you in the next video. I will see you later. Ask me any questions that you need to, and I'll be here for you. So let me know what you think of the book. Oh, and make sure you leave a review on Amazon. Make sure you leave a review because all writers love a good review. We love a review, period. So with that being said, I'll let you go. Happy Monday. Bye.